And we are back. Oh man. So I made a video talking about the Apple TV and we went through all the setup. We went through checking out all the apps. I wanted to give you guys a comparison so that way you guys make a better decision when you guys are purchasing this stuff and you know what you're purchasing. So the very first question that people ask is, does it do third-party stuff? No. I'm going to tell you this right now. The new Apple TV 4K, there is ways of going around certain things, but it is a pain in the butt. There is no developer options. There is no way to get into that. There is no way for you to do anything that you are thinking about doing when it comes to the Fire Sticks, the Fire Cube, the NVIDIA Shield, nothing like that. So just getting that out of the way right now, because that's going to be the first thing that people want to know. Okay. Before we begin, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you guys do smash that thumbs up if you guys are enjoying this, and leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. What is your device that you use? Leave me a comment below. Okay, here we go. Okay. Here's Apple TV. Apple TV 4K, and you got video formats. And there's a couple things here. The reason why I'm starting with this first, I'm going to talk about storage right now too in a minute. That's going to be the next big one that I'm like, oh my gosh. So video formats, H.264, HEVC, SDR. You got HEVC, which will be the Dolby Vision, HDR10, HLG. I like the Dolby Vision Awesome codecs, and it doesn't display that. So it just says it can read it. Great. H.264, it's got the MPEG-4, M4V, MP4, .mov. MOV is such an old, like QuickTime, guys. It's QuickTime. Audio formats. Well, yeah, audio format. Let's just finish with audio formats. It's got all the stuff for iTunes stores, the protected AAC, HEAAC, MP3, VBR, Apple Lossless, Flock, AIFF, and Wave. It does have the AC-3 for Dolby Digital 5.1, EAC3 for Dolby Digital Plus, and it actually lists Dolby Atmos, which is great. I absolutely love when they list that specifically, because that means they're telling you this is that codecs. Now, when it comes to the NVIDIA Shield, it tells you right here what it does. And again, I like how they define stuff like this. It says up to 4K HDR playback at 60 frames per second. And the codecs for that is H.265 and HEVC. Now, if we remember what HEVC over here says is Dolby Vision from Apple's thing. But it does, a lot of people say, well, what does it work? Look, Dolby Atmos pass-through and DTS:X surround sound pass-through over HDMI for audio. Okay. Here we go. It also has VP8, VP9, H.264, MPEG 1 and 2. It has H.263, JPEG, MJPEG, MPEG-4, WMV, VC1. So it gives you all the formats for 4K, 4K playback HDR, 1080p, format container support, XVID, DivX, ASF, AVI, MKV, MOV, M2TS, MPEG-TS, MP4, WebM. It gives you everything here, and I love the breakdown on how NVIDIA does it. Now, when it comes to audio, it says here it does do the Dolby Atmos, and it gives you different audio supports here. AAC, AAC+, EAC, MP3, Wave, AMR, OGG, Vorbis, Flock, ALA, MLA, PCM, WMP, Lossless, DT, DTS, Dolby Pass, the Dolby Atmos, Dolby True HD, DTX, DTS HD, just tons of stuff here, which is fabulous. Now, when it comes to, your Fire Stick here, here is your audio. Well, I guess we'll start with video since that's how we start with the other one. H.265, HEVC, H.264, and again, it gives you here all the definitions. H.263, VP8, VP9, MPEG-2, MPEG-4. Great stuff here for everything that you need. When it comes to audio, it's a little bit lengthy. They do list Dolby Atmos, AC3, and then it's funny, Dolby Digital, EAEC3, Dolby Digital Plus, it names it, AAC Profile, MPEG-4, MPEG-4 AAC, AACV2, AAC-ELD, Flock, MIDI, MP3, Vorbis, PCM, Wave, and I've confirmed all this. Opus, they have everything here under the sun that you're going to need, which is great. Okay, so what's the big deal? All this techie terms of great, they all do 4K stuff. Some will do the Dolby, and actually they should all do the Dolby stuff, and it's going to transcribe it based on whatever codecs it has, but it's all going to give you some good quality stuff. Now, if you guys do not know, and I'm going to show you this real quick here so that way you guys can see it. Here is the, well, here's the Apple TV. You guys see anything missing here? No USB, no TF card slot. It's all missing. It's all missing. I don't know why my camera was so far down there showing you my belly. But yeah, there's no way to expand this storage on your Apple TV. On your Fire Stick, there's ways of doing it. I don't like doing it. On the Fire TV Cube, same thing. NVIDIA Shield has it built in. TF card slot, which is great, and the USB port. This thing don't have a USB port, period, and there is no way to even split it because the power cable even is a different type of power cable. Yeah. I don't know if I want to pay a premium price if I don't even have a USB port or a TF card slot to expand it to do whatever I want. It's really nice to take that slot, that TF card out and throw it on your computer and do stuff. This is the #1 thing that I love about the Apple TV. The remote. I've talked about it a couple times. I've played with this thing a couple times. And I got to say, this remote is badass. I absolutely love this remote. It's great. NVIDIA Shield has a horrible remote. I hate it. The Fire Cube, the Fire Stick Max has a great remote. I like that one too. This one, I like it better because you could do the sliding thing on this thing, kind of like what NVIDIA had. And I mentioned this before. This is like if NVIDIA and the Fire Stick had a baby together, a baby remote together, and this is what happened. This is exactly what NVIDIA should have done to begin with. Instead of that cube looking, or not even cube, it's a triangular looking thing. Terrible. But yeah, so let's continue with this thing. So all the other devices, you could expand the storage. All the other devices you can, well, let me say it like this. Apple TV, you cannot expand the storage. Everything else you can. With Apple TV, you cannot do the third-party stuff. You cannot search for Kodi or the K app or Sinclair or anything like that. All the other apps you can. This one you can't do developer options. Again, no third party, nothing like that. The other apps you can. This app you can add extreme codes. You can do the live TV stuff. The PITV, IPTV, you know what I mean. You can do that on the Apple TV. You can do the same thing on the other devices. You could have your own media server at home, your own Plex, your MB, whatever it is like that. If you have something like that on Apple TV, you could definitely do it. You could also do it on the other devices. Price difference. You're talking about anywhere between $170 to $200 on the Apple TV, which is knocking on NVIDIA Shield's door. And the first thing I want to say is NVIDIA has, 16 gigs of internal memory, but you can expand it. This one has 64 gigs of internal memory, but you cannot expand it. Okay. The Fire Cube, about $120, $100, anywhere between $100 and $120, depending on the sale. And same, you could expand the storage. You can get it 16 gigs and expand the storage, right? Yeah. NVIDIA's price, I want to say it's about anywhere between $150 to $170. Sometimes it's $200, just depending on what you're getting. Oh man, yeah, that's literally the differences between those devices. I am not thrilled at all. And I've had a lot of people tell me like, dude, I heard about this device. It's so great. It's a beast. But can you do the same thing on other devices? Absolutely. Can you do more on other devices? Absolutely. This is very limited to just their ecosystem, and that's it. And that's it. For me, I like to turn on my NVIDIA Shield. I like to click on the app. I like to click on whatever I need, and I'm done, and I'm good to go. Do I want to, I know Chromecast, do I want to cast from my phone to the TV? No. That's the point of having these devices. They're set up on your TV to play with on the TV, not to play with your phone to send it to the TV. I just want it on my TV. That's it. That's why you pay big bucks for this stuff. So it's on your TV. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I would not recommend this to anybody. There's a lot of people out there that like to be a tinkerer. There's a lot of people that like to play with different apps. You know, the whole purpose of cutting the cord is to cut down the cord where you're not paying hundreds of dollars. And if you're over here paying for Netflix, Disney, somebody else's Plex, somebody else's MB or whatever, then it's just adding right back up. If you have your own Plex and your own servers at home and you're doing everything, you still got to add storage, you still got to pay for servers, you still got to pay. There's so many things that you'll still spend more money on, and there's ways of still doing it cheaper, and this is definitely not the way. Now, if you have like some TV provider and if you have Netflix, is this good? Even that I will say no, because you could do the same thing on a $20 Fire Stick. No. No. I'm done ranting. I'm done with the video. You guys take care of each other, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah.